Day 9, episode 9. We got shoulders today, baby. Quick fun fact, if you guys got like these holes on the bottom of your speaker, it's the wrong side of the fucking phone. I'm telling you this, you can thank me later. Take a thumbtack, kind of dig it in there a little bit, swivel it around, get the dirt out. Dude, your phone is gonna get like 85 to 90% louder, I'm telling you. I've had this phone for a couple years now. I did that yesterday. The volume increase was crazy. Dude, yesterday was a shit show for me. I'll tell you what, I woke up and my damn touchscreen on my phone didn't work. Like, the whole screen was just unresponsive, so I went down the rabbit hole and I spent the entire day, like, first I tried wiping the screen off, didn't work. I was trying to avoid having to reset it, but I did reset. I ended up, like, I tried to, like, you know, I don't even want to talk about it. Luckily, I didn't get to the point where I had to break the phone apart, take it apart, and, like, it was a software error, basically, because I was still on, like, iOS 11. This is an iPhone 12. And I don't like updating my phone because I don't like change. I'm a man of routine, and it's so annoying when the whole layout of the phone changes. But I'm actually glad that I updated it because, like, there's just a lot of little cool features that are actually kind of nice. But anyway, that fixed the whole screen issue, and I was so relieved, dude, because for a second I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to get a new phone and XYZ, the 1 2 3, the whole thing. But enough cell phone rhetoric nonsense. Let's get into what really matters, which is the shoulder day today. So I was kind of between chest and shoulders. I opted for shoulders simply because I was looking in the mirror earlier, dude, and I don't know, I've said this in past videos. For the last couple months, I've been throwing in shoulders with my chest day, which by proxy leads to I'm not getting as much stimulation as I possibly could. To me, I guess that kind of comes across as like I want to maintain my shoulders. Honestly, if you really want to get max stimulation, I feel like you really just have to, dedicate like an entire day to a one muscle group. Like if my triceps are lacking, yes, of course I can do triceps with arms, but I'm not going to hit triceps on a chest day because just chest, the compound movements and the energy required for a total stimulation. What am I even trying to say? It requires a lot less energy to hit biceps with my triceps, so that makes sense to fit tris in on an arm day. But for a chest day to fit triceps in on that, you're going to be doing heavy benches. It's a heavier compound movement. I just feel like more energy is going to be expended. So you're better off just hitting tris on the arm day, but I'm getting way off topic. I was hitting shoulders at the end of my chest day, and I came to the realization of like, man, I'm not getting enough stimulation. Like, I think a lot of other people, maybe it's a lacking point, but I feel like most people, they can get away with just throwing shoulders in like on their chest day, hitting some side delts, and they get enough interior delt stimulation from like, pressing movements altogether. And I think a lot of people can get away with that, but I guess I just realized that I'm one of those guys, I have to hit shoulders on their own day. I just had to do like some experimenting. I wanted to see if I can get away with it. Turns out I can't. I like going in there and hitting shoulders on their own day. I don't know. I'm just going to stick with my normal format. I'm going to go heavy. In the beginning, mainly after I warm up, and then I'm going to throw in some volume work at the end, but I'm just going to keep it simple, honestly. I think I'm going to do, right now, this could change when I go in there, but how I'm feeling now, I'm going to go in, I'm going to hit some dumbbell overhead press, standard. I'm going to put the incline like one notch from straight vertical. I'm not opposed to upper chest stimulation on a shoulder day. I'm not going to go so far back with the incline that it's just a fucking incline dumbbell movement, but I don't want to go straight up and down either because I just feel like that limits so much power for me, and maybe that would actually lead to more shoulder stimulation, but I would actually rather have one incline back, engage a little bit of my upper chest, and in hopes that I can push more weight altogether, which would in turn stimulate my shoulders more, if that makes sense. I'm actually going to utilize some straps today for side delts. I want to see, because I see people doing that. I don't know. I could see how it could take the forearm part of it out and kind of really allow you to lead more with your elbow. I tried it before. It didn't really do much for me, but I'm going to try it again. We're going to do dumbbell shoulder press, lateral raises, and I'll throw in some rear delts, of course. And then tomorrow's looking like back. Maybe I don't want to hit chest tomorrow after shoulder day, so we'll probably hit back tomorrow. I'm not going to lie, though. I didn't hit the gym yesterday because I was very stressed out about the phone ordeal. And perhaps it's not good to be so attached to a electronic device as such, but I was just worried about, like, if I had to get a new phone and, like, dude, I couldn't go in there and listen to music. Like, maybe, I don't know. And by the time I fixed my phone, the gym was closing in a half hour. Like, I was seriously trying to make it work, man. It was a whole process, but we're good now. So I don't have to worry about it anymore. It was such a relief to actually get it fixed. I think, yeah, that's about all I got to say before the workout. Hopefully the gym's not packed, but it's 2:56 of the evening watch, so there's probably going to be that afternoon crowd in there. But we'll figure it out, dude. Yeah, let's get repping. I'm gonna try 95. I can't guarantee anything, but I'm feeling extremely strong right now, so I'm just gonna say screw it. If I can get at least 5, that'd be great, but I don't know if it's in the cards. Yeah, that was way too fucking heavy. Sorry, man, we'll get there. I'll get those presses above 100 in no time. I might put this back one, actually. See how that feels. Yeah, try that. So, if I got 85s for 8 to 10, then theoretically I should be able to crank out 90s for a good, at least 5 or 6, right? So, we'll see how it goes, but either way, I'm gonna do like another like 2 or 3 working sets, and then I'll move on to some lateral raises. Yeah, the presses are feeling super strong right now, man. We'll do one more set of 90s. We'll go to side delts after this next heavy set. Then I'll go back to front delts. I'm not too worried about rear delts because I stay in like 15 and higher rep range for that anyway. So all my ATP needs to be used on front and sides. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm editing this right now. That grunt, it sounded way too much like a Oblivion or Skyrim power attack sound. All respect to that guy, by the way. He was absolutely killing it. I just had to say that. Okay, back to the originally scheduled program. I am going to push the weight a bit with the side raises today because the mass I'm working with on my shoulders is just not where it needs to be, man. So we're going to have to push a little bit of weight. But we're still going to pump the blood. Like, don't get me wrong. Give it a second or two.
I'll take care of it. I get to stand up.
I was thinking with the 50s for another set or two. Like 1 or 2 heavy sets with the side raises. And I'm going back to the front delts. I'm gonna do some kind of volume training. straps, but got like a crazy forearm pump going on. You think it'd be the opposite, right? Fuck the straps, man. I'm just getting like a forearm pump with the straps. Okay. Down to 30s. I'm gonna try to minimize the swinging on these and actually like get a side delt bang. A little more strict with it here. But I don't know, the straps are weird, man. They give me like some kind of... My forearms are like, should not be as pumped as they are right now. I don't know if I'm like doing it wrong, I don't know, but I think I'll be sticking without them. Let's get into it, huh? Let's get right into it. Oh man. Alright, one more set with 25s. Then we're going to front tilts. We're gonna go down to 20 here. See if we can get out of these. Pump is coming along good though, I gotta say. Feeling really good right about now. In terms of working sets, I mean, it's at least like 6 to 8 working sets so far. We haven't even hit rear delts yet. So. Not to say that the more working sets, the better, because there's a point where it's kind of just fluffy, but definitely feeling good so far. Actually, I'm going to take minimal rest here. I'm going to get right into it. Alright, I'm gonna do a light set or two of some shoulder press, and then probably superset. I don't know. I'm just gonna do whatever comes to mind, you know. Quick drop set. Oh my god. Straight muscular flow. Oh man, that was killer, to say the least. I think we go to some machine action. think I'm wearing my welcome out over here, the dumbbell section. All right, we're gonna do some cable, guys. Oh, that camera angle is completely botched. Completely and utterly botched. Dude. That wasn't even close. Okay, it's way too light, but I'm gonna even it out. Yeah, so those were absolutely way too light, but we still got a burn out of it. Made it a bit heavier. Let's get it going. If you guys are training, you better not train like a schmuckatelli. I'm telling you, man. If it doesn't hurt like a mother, then you're doing it wrong. Once again, that somehow managed to be way too light. So I guess we're gonna go heavier. Do another couple sets and I'll move on to rear delts. One more drop set, then rear delts. So you guys know what to do for rear delts. I'm just gonna do some reverse flies for like sets of 15 to maybe like 25, 30. Do a variant of drop sets and then yeah, I'm gonna do my cardio calves and get the hell out. So see you guys back in the car. Dude. 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 Oh, dude, that pump, man. Wow. Man, I'm not gonna be able to shampoo for at least a week or two, man. Holy fuck. I have no complaints with that, man. Well, I have one complaint. I wish maybe my dumbbell shoulder press could have been a little, yeah, you know, but just for how they felt though, honestly, I mean, they felt great. Everything felt great today, dude. Calves did like 4 or 5 sets, just some burnout sets. Calves have been looking great. Hitting them every day, just about every day. Today was one of those days where I came into the gym and I was feeling good this morning. I was feeling good right before I got into the workout. So when all my ducks were in a row as they were, you know, sleep was on point, hydration on point, food was on point. Of course, I'm not going to be surprised to have a good workout, but it's really imperative that on the days where maybe you have a couple ducks that are a little slanted, but you still come in here, you push through the workout, and you manage to make it work. Those are the days that really separate the men from the boys, the schmuckatelli fins from the legends, and it's slowly over a long period of time, right? It's think of each day. I've said this metaphor before. Think of each day in the gym as one brick to the foundation of a giant skyscraper that you're building. Okay? Now, if you have 1 or 2 bricks missing, it's not going to make that big of a difference as long as all the other bricks are laid properly. But when you start missing like whole rows of bricks, it's going to topple over, man. The best way that you can ensure that you feel the best and you get everything done is really in the preparation. So, you know, if you're sleeping 3 hours a night consistently, even if you're hydrated and everything else is on point, you're making it harder for yourself to stick to the regimen. You're going to put yourself at risk for having shittier workouts, and, you know, by proxy, you're not going to want to go to the gym as much potentially. Now, it depends on how long you've been doing this shit. If you've been going at it for some years, and you probably have your own systems and you already know what works for you and what doesn't. But for your newcomer, or your, for lack of a better term, your noob lifter, you know, these are things that, you know, things like when you're sore the first week after a whole week going to the gym, for a first timer, right? Someone's first week, they're going to be sore as fuck. And some people might think, oh man, like, I don't want to put up with this. I'm out. I'm my whole body, so I can't even move. I can't take a dump without being in sheer agonizing pain. But it takes somebody with a little bit of, you know, time in the gym under their belt to realize, hey man, it's not going to stay like that, you know, like through time, you know, you're going to not be that sore. It's just something that everyone has to put up with at first. And if you can manage that, like if you can, you know, what works best for you and what's optimal for you probably is not going to be the same for me, right? And that goes for everyone. I mean, I could do C-Bum's exact regimen, his exact training plan, his exact diet routine. Number one, I'm not going to look like him because of genetics, but I'm also not, my body just might not respond the same way that his does. And that goes for everybody. That's why I never understood on the internet, especially when you have a lot of people preaching like, this is what you have to do for this exercise. This is the optimal, this, that, and the third. There's nothing better than this. And it's like, number one, that's kind of misleading because of what I just said. And also, that might be true for that specific person. That specific person might respond best to XYZ. But just because they do doesn't mean you are, doesn't mean I am, all right? So, and a lot of these things, it takes trial and error, right? Like, you can sit here and listen to what works for me, but at the end of the day, you're not really going to know what works best for you unless what? Unless you go into the gym and actually put it to the test and try it out, all right? So, things to think about, man. But if all else fails, like, regardless of the hows and the whys, if you're doing your best to prepare, meaning your diet's on point where it needs to be, your sleep's on point, hydration's on point, if you prepare as ideally as you can, and you go into the gym and you work out as intensely as you can, and you make every day count, over a long period of time, you will see some form of results. And then at that point, it's just a question of, okay, tweaking this, tweaking that. Maybe my form on this is a little bit, okay, I got to flare my elbows or tuck my elbows a little bit more on bench, okay? And now, oh, my weight just shot up 15 pounds in the last month because of that little small tweak. So that's kind of the whole fun of this shit, right? But I need to get the hell home because I have to go to work. So thank you guys for sticking around for the workout once again. If you haven't worked out yet, I don't know why you're sitting here watching this, you know, like with your pre-workout or whatever, acting like you're going to get gains from this video. It might help you. It might help you minutely, but dude, you just got to get up and go. And if you've already gone to the gym, you're going to kill it tomorrow, man. Listen, look, yeah, we have the back and forth and the speculation. Look, your ducks are in a row. I know they're in a row. If they're not, you know, fix them, get them all lined up in a row. The one on the left might be a little diagonal. Just go and tilt that bastard over a little bit, and you'll be all set, man. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.